Hey, what's going on everyone? In this video, I've been doing a review of My 3D Fish 2 live wallpaper. There is no My 3D Fish 1 because this is the same app as the first one. The app developer just changed the title and updated it. Before you could only have one fish at a time, now you can have multiple fish. And so let's get into the review. You'll notice that right off the bat, the detailing on this app is fantastic. It looks great. It's one of the best looking live wallpapers I've ever used personally, and there's quite a bit of number of customization options. But just to show you guys, simply double tapping on a fish, or sometimes a single tap. At times, what they'll do is they'll swim towards the screen. As you can see, this one turned around and it's actually coming closer. But then, like a few seconds later, it'll turn back, and this one finally started responding. He was doing something in the ground before. But let me show you some of the customization options that are available. Okay, so you got a whole bunch of settings. You got some ads at the top, even though this is a paid for app. I'll put a link to this application in the description below for the Google Play page. Okay, you have predefined themes, so it's just like you tap it and it'll automatically generate a preset theme of some kind. But you can also customize it if you want. So the type of fish, you notice that Dory, this kind of like from Finding Nemo the movie, or you can have the Nemo white. Let me see. We'll do white and black. See, same type of fish. Some other options. Fish count. You can have a lot of fish. Let me show you. I find 10 to be too many. That's extremely clustered, but you know the option is there, so it's always a good thing to have. 5 is pretty decent number. Fish speed is basically how fast or slow they'll move. +1, I don't notice a big difference, but if you do -2, they go like slow-mo. A lot slower. Okay? But that is what it is. I'll leave it at default. Okay, so you notice that there was some sort of like stone lantern at the left. You can actually change it to something else. So let's say column. See, now you have broken columns here. So there's not many to choose from, but you do have that option. We'll change this to vase, and you can turn each option you can turn on and off. So if you have a really slow device, the less objects you have on screen, the faster it'll run. But for devices nowadays, that shouldn't really be too much of an issue, to be honest. Bottom type is basically the ground. So let me say Zen sand. Okay, so there's the vase. And notice that the sand has circular shapes at the bottom. It has changed quite a bit. And notice the fish have disappeared with that object. Oops. Let's bring them back. I might as well just show you another one. I like columns is the best. That's my favorite. Water type is basically it's kind of like the background. Let me just show you. I'll choose shipwreck. You'll notice that there's going to be a ship at the back now. Very faintly, when the screen, see, there you go. You can just faintly see it at the back over there, like a broken down ship underwater. What else? So basically, water type is basically like the background color or the image. The light is basically how bright it'll be at the top. +1 can be a bit much at times. You notice that the fish it's just too bright. You can't really see them at the top. I'll leave that as it is though. Actually, I'll just put it back to default. And of course, you can turn off, plankton, other stuff, accelerometer, and as a battery option, do you want to conserve battery? Obviously, this probably lowers the performance of the live wallpaper. Personally, I just leave it as it is. I haven't touched this ever. The reason I have no selection is because I haven't ever touched an option here. I guess I'm just running on default. Let's put it that way. So the live wallpaper is one of the better looking ones on Google Play, and I love how almost every element of it is 3D animated, not 2D. 2D live wallpapers are kind of boring nowadays. Mind you, the plants here at the front, they are looking 3D, but at least they're moving back and forth. And at first, I found the plants right at the front a little irritating and obstructive, but you get used to it. It gives you more of a realistic feel that you're actually underwater and you're looking at it from a certain angle. These fish just swimming around, chilling, doing what they do. Okay, so I'll show you koi. So here's some more. I'm not really a fan of that type. I'm showing you the fish mostly because that's like the main chunk of the app. That's like the main thing, right? So you can have a mix match type. If I had to give this live wallpaper a rating, I would give it a 4 out of a 5. Now the pros of it is that basically this is one of the best looking live wallpapers I've ever seen on Google Play. It's fantastic. It's extremely responsive. I find that, transitioning left and right is very quick considering how much detail is in it. I almost forgot to mention that you can also go up and down, as you guys can see. So viewing angles, there's a lot of angles you can see, the fish and their environment. The other pro is that the detailing on the fish and the scenery around is fantastic. It's top-notch quality. The lighting effect looks fantastic. Fishes look very sharp and crisp and clear. Objects that are present in the environment look great. However, there are some minor cons to this live wallpaper, and the first one, many of you might disagree that it's a con, but I have to mention it. Basically, it costs $2. It's a little bit pricey for a live wallpaper. Majority of live wallpapers on Google Play cost $1. Now, some people might try to justify that the cost is worth it because it's such a great live wallpaper. I can't really argue with that. Is it worth the cost? I'm not 100% sure. Some people might say yes, some might say no. But the fact remains, it's a little pricey for a live wallpaper. Usually they cost $1. This one costs $2. The other con is that you cannot choose the individual fish types. So I have 5 fish here. You can either choose only one type of fish or two of a kind. So I have a black one and a yellow one here. But that's only because the app developer allowed that option. They don't give you the option to actually choose individual fish types. Something I would really like to see implemented in the near future. But for now, it's just not simply available. So there are some minor cons to this live wallpaper, but it's still certainly one of the best looking ones on Google Play. That's for sure. So if you found this video useful, check out my website in the description below. Hit the like button, it does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.